Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from Indianapolis. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Javon Curse just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Off play action. Mixon. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle
the Pro Bowl.
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off the play fake. Mixon. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off play action. Mixon. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the... And he takes it in for a Colts score. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To throw is Newton. And he dumps it off to Blount. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 19-yard line.
Now Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And that will be incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They snap it to Newton. Looking deep for Adams. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Off the play fake. Mixon. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
To throw on 3rd down, Mixon. Got a man, it's Randy Moss. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Eagles nothing.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll look to throw again. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st and 10, Newton. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Newton. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for Philly. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 9. Newton throwing again. Open this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the great one, Darrelle Revis. And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
You've got to know as a quarterback that it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw. Mixon. Being chased out left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's not like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Off play action. Mixon. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw again. Escaping the pressure. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Wes Welker there to make the grab. And the Colts add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. First drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Micah Parsons credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Off play action. Newton. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. And he can't get away. Newton can't escape the pressure, and it's a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Mixon. And bringing it in, it's Davis. Touchdown Colts. Vernon Davis. 36 yards. And the Colts continue to pull away here in this first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
Taking it about the 1. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. Seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
From the end zone, Newton. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this one is incomplete. Love
The concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw from his end zone, Newton. They're looking deep for Adams. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Ted Hendricks. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if it's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there for Philly. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. LeGarrette Blount punching it in from a yard away. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Cam Newton now getting his guys ready to go for the 2-point try. Cam looking to throw. That's caught. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
A short kick taken at the 18. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one, 38 yards. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wes Welker. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Just beating the play clock is Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 10, Newton looking deep for Adams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. Now Newton on first down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. Another try after the first down sack. Newton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Third and long, it's Newton. Carrying it out deep for Smith. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there, that brings up fourth. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They will go for it. Now Newton. He's going to let it go again. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. And a really unbelievable play there on fourth and long. From the red zone now, Newton. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They'll run it here with Blunt. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. LeGarrette Blunt with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Cam Newton now getting his guys ready to go for the 2-point try. Newton going to try and throw. And it'll be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And the Colts are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
It got his man complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Off-play action. Mixon. Dancing to his left. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Mixon. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That pass was into the end zone, but it was tipped up in the air, and that leads to a few anxious moments. Who's going to come up with it? Defenders want that ball knocked to the ground at the worst, hopefully intercepted. In this case, you've given the chance for the offense to come by and pick it up, but instead, it ends up on the ground.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the Hall of Famer, John Lynch. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Looking here for Smith downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Newton. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. He's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Cam to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. On first down, James. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here."
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Micah Parsons able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Newton. He's going to let it fly. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
He's going to air one out and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because
the Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On second down, Blunt. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They'll run again with Blunt. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. One last throw here for Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Ted Hendricks. And the Colts come up with a